Mr. Sunil Bohra, the Group CFO of Uno Minda, joins us to talk about this development. Hi Sunil, good morning and good to see you. Well, tell us more about this technical license agreement that you've signed. You know, one of the positives that the street is viewing this with is that it will increase your kit value. And I'm reading a Kotak note. They are saying that the kit value could approximately be around 1.5 to around 2.5 lakh, which is much higher than what it is currently. Your comment on this?
Yeah, Nigel, thanks for the opportunity. Yes, I think, as you know, for two-wheeler EV segment, before I come to full, I just give a little bit background. So we have been front runner in terms of setting our EV portfolio for two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment. And I think we have been communicating that we are working on the four-wheeler EV segment also. 3 months back, we have signed a TLA with the Star Charge for the EVSC or the wall-mounted chargers. Yesterday, the board has approved signing of TLA with Innovance with the intention of converting that TLA into a joint venture subject to approvals. But coming back to the TLA, the kind of product profile which we will build will be sort of, we will have an e-motor, we will have an inverter, we will have a power supply which includes OBC, DC-DC converters, etc. Then you have e-compressor, e-controllers, e-axle. So there is a multiple products which will come into fold from the EV perspective. We all know that India EV market is growing at a significant pace. Last year, the PV segment has grown by almost 70-80%, and the market looks very, very aggressively. Government is focusing on green energy. So with all this put together, we believe that we will be the front runner in the four-wheeler EV space as well, like we have been in the two-wheeler and three-wheeler EV space.
All right, Sunil, but that didn't answer the question, right? The kit value of these e-axles along with AC chargers can range between 150,000 to around 250,000. Is that a rough number we should work with? That's a good range?
You are right, Nigel. I think that's a good range to work because a lot also depends on the size of the car, whether it's a 50 kilowatt or 80 kilowatt or 150 kilowatt or a 200 kilowatt motor, etc. So broadly, the range is right, but a lot also depends on what the market is absorbing, whether market goes with the lower segment, A segment EV cars, or a B segment or a C segment. But broadly, the range you spoke is right.
Also, another number there, Kotak is estimating that the supply of e-axles and chargers, it can be close to around 2,600 crores as in terms of revenue contribution for your company, Uno Minda. I'm just doing the rough math. It appears they are factoring in around 1.3 lakh units. Is that math as well reasonably on those lines? The aspiration is to get around 2,600 crores. Is that correct?
So, Nigel, we don't speak about numbers because eventually it all depends on what is the size of the EV market going to be. So, and it's only a multiplication factor, what you just spoke about in terms of the kit value versus the industry volumes and our share of business. So, it's, I think, anybody's guess what's the EV penetration going to be and what will be the application factor in terms of various categories we spoke about. So on a broad range, yes, I think we should be looking at a significant revenue potential from this business. But as of now, I won't comment on the absolute numbers because, as I said, the EV volumes itself is very unpredictable range as of now.
Penetration now, Sunil, hi, morning, Prashant here. The penetration is 2%, right now, passenger vehicles?
That's right.
This note that Nigel is assuming 20% electrification of passenger cars, passenger vehicles by 2030. Is it 2 to 20% is a big jump, right? You think it's possible once it kind of picks up? Electrification, of course, is the future. Timelines, of course, we don't know. But your own thoughts?
Definitely, Prashant. I won't comment on the year, but 20% will definitely be a number, maybe 2030 or 32, because what we see as of now, there are projections of 17% by 30, 20% by 30. Everybody has different assumptions, and that's why I said normally we don't comment on the penetration or the volumes. But yes, as we move forward, I'm sure market will see at some time 20% penetration as well.
And these are products which you also sort of highlighted, right? Which is combined charging units, e-axle, inverter, motors. These are all, so you get the technology for all of this. Okay. And this is going to be Obviously, I mean, the agreement would be that you sell this here in India to OEMs here.
Yeah, we manufacture and sell in India. You're right.
Okay. And have you already spoken with OEMs with regards to this? I mean, you're obviously in constant conversation. So you would have done a check about, what is the sort of competitive landscape in these products like, and what's the scope?
Absolutely, Prashant. Like any new business you get into, you will obviously speak with your customers, and we have spoken with a lot of our customers who are working on a very aggressive EV profile. We also know the fact that the market is small and it will grow. A lot of our customers are maybe importing or maybe working to see how we localize. Also, I think it's important to note that our partner, Shuzo Innovance, they are one of the largest in China. Their revenues are almost like the group revenues are over 4 billion, and their automotive business itself is more than $1 billion. So very sizable company. They are dealing with a lot of larger players globally for these EV products. So I think that also gives us a head start in terms of your discussion with your local customers.
Okay. Sunil, I just want to sort of get a big picture perspective with you as well. You ended the previous fiscal with revenue of over 14,000 crores, right? And I mean, a lot of different parts of the business are firing. If I have the right numbers, your EV order book is close to about, I think, 3,800 crores. So just give us the overall snapshot for this year as well. To what extent will you be able to grow the EV business? And, is it at similar margins to the rest of the business? As the EV business grows, basically, is there any reason to expect an improvement in the margin profile? You're at about, I think, 11.5% margin, right, as of FY24?
Yeah, it's 11.3. So year on year, we increased almost 20 basis points. But to the order book, as we said, I think number is right. 3,700 crores is the analyzed revenue we speak about. It's not a cumulative order book. We always speak about the annual peak revenue. And this is, as I said, this is all based on what our customers are guiding us, maybe inside like FY 26 or 27 in terms of the volumes which they have guided us. And always the volume is the sort of a joker in the pack. But yes, that's the number. In terms of margins, I would say a little early to comment on, because as of now, volumes are very less. But as we move forward, as we build scale, as we achieve those kind of revenues, we do expect the margins to be broadly in line with our average margins. But yes, they are as of now a little lower because, as I said, the volumes are small, the costs are all fixed, and also there is a lot of bought-out components. So all in all, yes, margins today may be a tad lower than what our group average margin is. But as we move forward and as volume ramp up, we do expect improvement in the margins as well.
So just to clarify, when you say order book of 3,800 crores, so I mean, that's annual. In FY25, you're expecting to book revenue of 3,800 crores from the EV business, correct?
627.
26, 27. And where is that revenue number now for EV?
So as of now, if you see our revenue number for EV segment and for the last quarter, because I think it's important to see run rate because market has been growing sort of phenomenally. So last quarter, I think we have delivered almost 180 crores. So if you analyze that, there is almost like 700 to 800 crores of the sales for last quarter in terms of analyzed number.
Okay, just one final clarification on this TLA that you all have signed. Will you all be paying some royalty? If yes, could you quantify it?
No, I won't be able to quantify, but I think in every relationship, every joint venture, you have a technology partner who brings on board the technology. You obviously pay royalty in return, and also as Uno Minda, we also get some sort of a management fee to run the operations and all other support to the joint venture. So it's sort of a win-win. It's a partnership approach. And yes,
but you can at least give us a rough number about the royalty, the technology you are getting, which is fabulous and is showing good growth potential, good kit value as well. But what could it be? A couple of percentage points. Just give us a rough range at least.
Very difficult, Nigel, as of now. So it's a little confidential information, so we'll not be able to share the number as of now.
Okay, Sunil, you've given us what you could. Next time around, hopefully you could give us the royalty number as well. For the time being, you're seeing this collaboration good for you. It increases the kit value. It helps you all in the four-wheeler powertrain as well. And revenues could scale up to higher levels by 2030. Kotak puts that number at around 2,600 crores. Thanks a lot for joining in and filling us in with those details.